Hey peeps, Million here. That's Ray. I love this guy. Gorgeous. Anyway, now I'm gonna turn the camera and put him on the spot. So, what we got going on today, Ray? Davey wants in on it.
How you doing? Right, today we have what we call a pickers party, where families come over and they get Mickey ears and they get toys and clothes and all sorts of things for foster and adoptive families.
Okay.
And that's what we're doing today. So I have everything out here and for free to come, and we support foster families by giving them these practical items.
So this is for Foster Connect now. What is Foster Connect in case people don't know?
Yeah, Foster Connect is a ministry where we support foster families and adoptive families here in Las Vegas, and we support them through pastoral care and discipleship, as well as through practical needs, the clothes and toys and the Christmas gifts and school supplies, those kinds of items, and just by connecting families together. So we connect them together so they can support one another.
Cool. And how long has this been around?
It's going on about 8 years now.
Okay. And how's it, like the status of it right now? Is it growing? Is it rough times? How's it looking?
We're actually steadily growing. Word of mouth, we're growing, and we have about 57 families to support right now in the Clark County area, and that's up from about 40 families this last year.
Okay. And if people want to support or help out, how can they do it?
They can contact us. And we have different volunteer opportunities where they can volunteer directly with us. They also they can donate the practical items, children's clothes and toys, those items, gently used items that we'll give away to families in need. Or they can also support us financially by giving financial donations to the ministry.
If people are considering becoming foster parents, can you help them through that?
Absolutely. We meet with them, talk with them, address the fears and concerns they may have, and so that they can be prepared and get into fostering. And along that process, if more questions they have, we can try to answer those questions and help them along the way.
What's the biggest holdup that a family would have to fostering, or maybe the biggest holdup, the biggest hang-up, the biggest worry? What do you see?
The biggest concern most families have is just the reality that you receive children in your home and you temporarily, and you may have to say goodbye to those children eventually. And it's a real fear, it's a real concern that people have. And we simply address it and just helping families realize that caring for those children at home, even though you may experience a loss in your own heart, caring for them temporarily will support them in a way that will support the children in a way that is very unique. So the time those children have in their home, they can be cared for and loved, and that only they can provide. And so it's worth the sacrifice.
And the biggest surprise that people find out once they start fostering is what?
Biggest surprise? I think sometimes they're in
a good way, of course.
In a good way. I think the biggest surprise that they usually run into. Well, I think some people come to expect it. They just fall in love with the children, and despite the challenges that each child comes into their home with, they fall in love with them, and which obviously makes it hard to say goodbye sometimes. But so they're surprised how much the children become part of their families.
And there's also opportunities from fostering to full adoption, right?
Foster care and adoption. They're connected, and you can foster to adopt. So if you're interested in adoption, you can apply to become a foster to adopt family, and in doing that, you just on your application you say foster adopt family. And if you adopt through foster care, it's completely free. They actually financially support you, so you're able to care for those children.
And if people would like to find out where you're at, website, Facebook, email, what can you share?
Well, they can find us online at fosterconnect.org, or they can also find us on Facebook, facebook.com/fosterconnect.
And final word for anybody that would like to get involved somewhere, volunteer, how would you pitch this to them? How are you selling them on it?
Well, if they're interested in volunteering,
do the commercial.
If they're interested in volunteering or connecting with us, we'll say that if you have a heart for children, a heart for caring for orphans or caring for children in need, then this is a great opportunity. It's the best opportunity in our community, I think, to care for children in need. So if that's your heart, something you desire to do, then we can connect you to those opportunities. To not just fulfill that desire in your heart, but to connect you to the children directly. So you can.
All right, Foster Connect, nothing but the best, yeah?
Yep.